Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Just see how that sounds. All right, it's a little low. Let me go over here. Bring that up just a hair. Man, my sound has been acting up here. Let me try that right there. That's turned down. That is okay. That's that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning, everybody. It is 9 a.m. on the East Coast. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the Porchlight Podcast. Shout out to everybody that is here. Shout out to see everybody's going to be listening later on, and shout out to everybody that's listening live. Hit that like button as you come in, folks. If you're not following me yet on the Twitter machine, you can follow me. I am on Twitter. I believe my Twitter handle is let's see here. Let me double check it. Let's see if I can let me see. Do I go to profile? Yeah. It is at Craig Harris 456. That is the profile. So if you're not following me on Twitter, let's see here. So go check that out. Again, it's at Craig Harris 456 on the Twitter machine. Also, if you are a member, I need some feedback from the members. First things first, shout out to all the members that are here. The members got an actual Mega Davo. How are you doing there, young man? Good morning. Good morning. The REC. I see you, brother. What's happening? What is going on? Mega Davo said, I am waiting on DoorDash. Now you're talking. Yeah, why go ahead and get up and drive yourself when they will bring it to you. I'm kind of in that pod. I'm a Grubhub man myself. So I'm a Grubhub boy myself. So but what is going on, people? I got some gaming news here. Got some unfortunate film news. Late last night, well, for me it was I got the email around 5 p.m. Eastern time that actor, 43-year-old actor Chadwick Boseman, who played Jackie Robinson, I believe in 42. I believe he was in the Five Bloods, and also just rose to fame as in Black Panther. He played T'Challa. If you don't know, he has passed away. He died last night of cancer in his home around his family. And I just want to. So again, guys, when he was cast as Black Panther, when he was in the Infinity War and in Endgame and stuff in those movies, he was actually fighting colon cancer, and it got the better of him. As cancer does most of the time, cancer is pretty relentless. And as you know, my family, my dad died of cancer 5 years ago. 5 years ago, and it's tough. So it's somebody who's my thoughts and prayers are with him. Anytime you have a chance to donate to a legitimate cancer cause, I don't care if it's 25 cents to $25. I donate to St. Jude simply because I hate to see. I mean, I saw what cancer did to my dad, and he's a pretty husky guy. And at the end, you wouldn't have recognized him. That's just what cancer does. So I can't imagine a family, a mom, a dad, or somebody like that watching a child go through chemotherapy, and you don't understand what chemo does. Chemotherapy, it kills all cells. It doesn't just, they've gotten better with it for this to target certain cells, but because the cancer cell is already part of your genome, that chemo just kills all the cells. And so, but ultimately, without going into much of a medical thing, I'm going to have a moment of silence here for Chadwick Boseman, and I want to personally thank him for the character of T'Challa, as far as the dignified way he handled that character and brought the character to life. And I also want to give a shout out to Kevin Feige and Bob Iger of Marvel Studios and Disney for allowing that movie to be made. It's $1 billion franchise. I'm not going to get into people who've emailed me about who should play him and stuff like that. Not going to get into that till for at least 6 weeks. I mean, for goodness sake, let's let the man rest in peace. Let his family mourn him. For his family has thanked us for prayers, but have asked us for they've asked us for respect at this time. I think we should give it to him. I know I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to ask you all to give it to him. And for now, we're going to have a moment of silence, and we're going to go right into the podcast. But I promise you that. But yeah, moment of silence for a wonderful actor, a good man, and a guy who just, he's a good dude. Moment of silence, please. All right. All right, I'm back. Again, thank you all for that. That's something that I wanted to do, and I think a lot of people are going to be doing that, especially in the comic book community. Everybody's mourning. It's not a DC Marvel thing. Everybody's mourning. And again, guys, if you wake up one day and you want to go to a hospital and volunteer, if you want to go donate to a hospital, and the hospital accepts donations whether you know it or not, and you can write it to the cancer facility. I know. You know, my state we have the Markey Research Center, so just things like that, and but a good man, good dude. We're gonna move on to the podcast now. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into it. Again, welcome to the Morning Porch Light Podcast. Thank you everybody that's here. Hit that like button if you don't mind. And shout out to everybody that's here. Mario Heat, yeah, Wakanda Forever. What's happening? Jemiah Dixon, how are you doing? Um, Stone 23, appreciate you. Guys, I woke up. We are one person away from 1,400 subs. That is 1,350 more people than I thought was my goal. So, guys, thank you so much for subbing and telling people about the podcast. I want to give a big shout out. I actually need to apologize to the RGT podcast. I had to work yesterday. I'm usually pretty good with getting in touch with Xcloud to tell him I'm going to miss the podcast. So I owe him an apology. It was not very professional of me to not let him know that. So I do apologize for that. But go check out that podcast. That was a good podcast. Blaze 4K was in full effect in that podcast. But they brought up some good subjects. Again, I'm going to talk about those subjects too, not just the subjects in my line. So you have to bear with me on that one. I appreciate your patience. Also, a podcast coming on at 11. Let's talk. I think it's called Let's Talk PlayStation. It is gaming with Persona, who sounds like he's 14 years old, by the way. But him and Jay Barry, that's a really good podcast. So I want to, hopefully get both of them on and talk about their podcast here eventually. I know I think it's maybe about a month old. Giving it some time for the baby's got to crawl before it can walk. So shout out to them. But they're coming on at 11. So hopefully this podcast, my goal is to end this podcast between 10:30 and 10:45 to that way you guys can go ahead and move right into that podcast and see what's going on over there, because they're going to always have good subjects and things like that. But we got a lot. I got a lot to go over here. I'll start with I think BitCloud asked a question yesterday that is a legitimate question. Let me make sure. Let me see here. I want to make sure I get it correctly here. All right, so yeah, it's he talked about the Call of Duty being 120 FPS on PS5. We talked about that the other day. Sony once again proves why you need to get an Xbox, and also he did a upload about Microsoft. Your fans have had enough. Where's the incentive to buy a Series X? I'll answer where's the incentive to buy a Series X. And this is, if you want a Series X, that's enough incentive to go buy one. Um, I don't know what else to say about this anymore. I mean that would be my answer to that question. That's the answer to anybody. If you, it goes the same with anything. If I woke up this morning and I want to go buy an air fryer, okay, so I don't need anything else. I want to go buy an air fryer. So I'm going to go try to buy an air fryer either at Target or, as we like to say, Target, Target or Walmart or Myers or something. I'm going to all of them to see who got the cheapest one, and then I'm going to buy the cheapest one. So it's but you don't have to justify buying something. Okay, I bought a new motherboard. I bought the X47 motherboard, AMD. Now, yes, and I have people emailing me saying that, oh, you could get the 450. You should go ahead and get the 570. Yeah, and guess what? They made legitimate points on what's good about the 450 is cheaper. But the 570. Now that I think about it, I should have got the 570 because those came down. Those went from 210 to 150. So I may send the 470 back when I get it, and then just get the credit, and then get the 570. So, but yeah, so it is what it is. What's going on, Ice Queen? How are you doing this morning? Hmm. Uh, but yeah, let me see who else is here. Camel Will, shout out to you. Eric, the greatness of the Raiders. How you doing? We're about 18 days away from kickoff with the NFL, if I'm got that right. Jasmine Johnson, hello, hello. I assume that is your real avatar, Miss Jasmine. That looks like a female avatar, just so you know. So shout out to Jasmine Johnson. Let's see here. Sam Ash, always a pleasure. Oh, the Almighty Spartan God, what's happening? What's happening? Uncompetitive, how are you doing? Let's see here. Who else is here? Yeah, Uncompetitive and told a story in here. Dirt Naps, how are you doing? Not to be confused with Bug Snacks. Nigel 101, what's happening? So, yeah, shout out to everybody that's here. Everybody's here and all that stuff. So, Ice Queen said that her arthritis has been acting up today. Yeah. Jamal Adams, NFL games gonna happen? Yeah, apparently there are plans starting next month to start playing NFL games. And again, I think it's crazy, but it's just it's about the money at this point. I'm just kind of like whatever. So, mm, ah, I'll have another one of those ready. Woo. Mm. But yeah, you don't have to justify if you're gonna go buy a Series X or a S. You don't. If you feel like you have to justify that, that is pathetic. I mean, that is you as a grown ass man or woman should not feel like you got to justify it. You have to justify it to your significant other. Baby, I want to buy this new Xbox and it costs half a stack. You better have a good reason on, because the missus, you know what that's all about. If she ain't happy, ain't nobody going to be happy, and you got to determine whether being on that couch is worth that Xbox. That's all I can say. That you may have to talk it over with that person, but man, don't let nobody else determine what you go and buy. Um, we did get some news kind of break from Foxy Games UK about the order schedule of the PS5. And let me see if I can find it here. If I'm discerning this correctly, there's going to be a major issue with getting the PS5. Um, so let's see here. So it looks like January 6th, there will be it looks like January 6th, they're going to have another big shipment come out. And then January 28th, there's going to be another major shipment come out. So my whole thing has been I'm okay. I'm not gonna fold my arms up and stick my lip out if I can't get one when it first comes out. I'm if I have to wait till late February, early March, that's when I'll get mine. Now let me make this clear. It's not like I'm not gonna try to get one. Okay, but if I can't get one, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is terrible. No, it ain't gonna be none of that. I do think Sony does have a problem in a sense that they've created a product that everybody wants, and nobody the it electronic product. There's always that it electronic product, and they've got it this year. And it is a problem, just like years ago, if you're old enough, you remember the Cabbage Patch doll. The Cabbage Patch doll, people were fighting in the stores to get Cabbage Patch dolls. Tickle Me Elmo, people were fighting in the stores. And now it ain't worth it. Okay, let me make that clear. As great as I think the PS5 is going to be, it is not going to be worth you fighting for it. So if you're able to get one, great. If you're not able to get one, it does look like January and February there's going to be more shipments. So I'm content till March because what will I be able to play? I'll still be able to play my Madden. I'll be able to play the Avengers. I'll be able to play Cyberpunk. A bunch of games on PS Now. That again, if you haven't been at the bare minimum, if you don't have PS Now, look into getting it because they've had a bunch of good games that you can download them. You ain't got to play them. I downloaded Star Wars Battlefront 2, Watch Dogs 2, Metro Exodus. These are games I have not even. I've already beaten Battlefront 2, but I haven't beaten Metro Exodus. I still can't beat Control. I'm stuck in that one room. Everybody keeps laughing at me. I died about 1,000 times in that room with this giant silver ball was in, and I can't win. So I'm just letting people know that they've got a major issue with supply and demand. Their supply is not going to meet their demand based on what's coming out. They would not be doing this VIP pre-order. They're trying to mitigate it. And a lot of people, because they're impulse buyers like myself, they're going to go buy Xboxes just to spite Sony. They will do that. Now, as soon as the PS5 comes in, they're gonna pack their stuff up, box it up, and take it to the store. And be like, I'm getting the PS5. I mean, again, this is the same thing. That's my story with the PS4. Okay, I missed that initial launch window. I didn't get a PS4 until like in March of the following year, so March 2014. I bought it right before MLB The Show came out. I think that was March or April, something like that. And so MLB The Show was out. Street Fighter had come out. Infamous Second Son was just about to come out. And this was because the guy at GameStop said, look, Infamous Second Son is 1080p. Sony's been bragging about 1080p. So they're gonna get their consoles out so that you can take advantage of that. Okay? And that's exactly what happened. Okay, and it's something like that happened too. So yes, unfortunately, a lot of people ain't gonna be playing Miles Morales Spider-Man because I think they're only gonna have out maybe 4.5 million because they're doing a worldwide launch. So and they're just not gonna have enough consoles. So but again, don't get upset, don't get mad. You just need to prepare yourself to wait at least 90 days. Because again, after they get their fill rate back, and again, I'm used to 90 days same as cash anyway. After you get your fill rate back, you'll be able to go out there and buy them because then they can put out a big bulk. But have to wait and see. But we'll move it on here. So I wanted to answer that question. Again, I don't have an issue with the Xbox is doing. Their fan base does. It is now evident. It doesn't matter to them that the developers are coming out saying that Call of Duty is going to be 4K and have a 120 FPS mode. They're just that ignorant. They're still, these Xbox people are still saying, I don't believe that. they're lying. I mean, it's all kind of stuff. Xbox is going to have the better version. I don't know how that's possible when if they take advantage, they being the people doing the Call of Duty game. I don't know who's doing it. I forgot. Um, it look, if they use the spatial sound and the 3D audio spatial sound and the hepatic stick, that the better version of that game will be on PlayStation because it's going to be much more immersed. And that's just the way it's going to be. It's like Thanos said in Endgame, the work is done, and it always will be. So Sony is going to have the better version of the multiplats because they're going to be much more immersive than the Xbox. That's just the reality of this situation now. And now that is starting to seep in with a lot of these quote unquote Xbox guys. So they're upset. Even Next Gen 720 did a podcast that said PlayStation's exclusives are going to look better than the Xbox exclusives. Yeah, you're damn right they are. Okay, and like he's telling us stuff that we've been saying for months, and he's just now getting around to it. So just it is what it is. What's up, Deezer? How you doing? Also, if you feel bold enough, if you are man enough, you can go ahead and hit the super chat button and activate the Booty Warrior and see if he comes out to play. I don't know if he will or not. You got to take your chances with that Booty Warrior because it is what it is. Taco British 1983. That is one heck of a name, my man. You may get the win. I think you just won that contest. You win that today, brother. I mean, I assume you were born in 1983. Wow. So, yeah, that is something else. You gotta love a name like that, though. So, Buzz Lightyear, yeah, that was a big deal too. So, he says he'll take the couch very well. Yeah, I mean, Sony is looking to set a record with these sales. So they're going to probably sell 13 million in the first 90 days. So it's already over. Microsoft may be at about 5.8 million. And again, let me make this clear. If the Lockhart is real, and I'm not here to say it isn't, if it's really 4 T-flops and it's going to target 1080p and HDR and all that kind of stuff, fine, I'll buy that. I can sit on that for 90 days, and still play some games. And I won't get no new. Well, I've got a bunch of Xbox games here. I can just go get some 360 games that are back compat that I really like to play, from Jade Empire to. And again, you beat them and you take them back to the store. That's okay. You beat them, you take them back. But yeah, Jade Empire and some other games. Yeah, should I finish that one? Let me switch to the next one here. But it is what it is. So, but yeah, we'll move to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, a game that I am going to be purchasing. I know you haters are mad at that, but this comes from our friends at WCC Tech, and I will just go ahead and read it into the record because I have no idea how to show it on the screen. It is by Nathan Birch, and it is 15 hours ago, and it says here, Assassin's Creed Valhalla shows off its wide array of mythological foes in new footage. So I wonder what they showed. Okay. It says recent entries into the Assassin's Creed franchise have told a fine line between history and mythology, and the makers of Assassin's Creed Valhalla have previously said the game will be historically grounded and not focus too much on fantasy elements. Well, apparently the game changed, the messaging changed somewhere along the line because Ubisoft just released new Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay as part of a Games Radar latest feature game show. It is packed with all sorts of fantastic beasties, is what it says. So it says we see a giant dog known as the Black Shulk, Black Shulk, which is said to be the devil incarnate, and the witchy daughters of Lear, inspired by Shakespeare's King Lear. I'm about to say, yeah, that's King Lear, isn't it? Yeah. All right. It says we also get a look at the lengthy side quest, the Lost Sojourn of Ragnarok, of Ragnar Lothbrok, which takes you with hunting down the former warriors following a famous Viking. And yes, Ubisoft previously said Assassin's Creed Valhalla will have almost no side quests. Again, has the game changed or was the early messaging just really bad? Says anyway, so they have footage of it. So again, I plan on getting this day one. I like the Assassin's Creed reboot. I liked Origins. I like the fact that everything started in Africa. I liked Odyssey. Odyssey, well, I thought was going to win Game of the Year. It lost to God of War, which that's fine too. God of War was nobody's punk, you know. So, um, but yeah, I'm excited about Valhalla, and I get it. People, shout out to Sick Humor, but he keeps on saying you just can't go around and assassinate people, and I do that all the time on Assassin's Creed. You know, it's just more open. I mean, you don't have to stalk them as much because the target is just your target at this point. So, yeah, but I'm excited about it, and yeah, I've been playing Madden as well. So talk about X-Men New Mutants. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it, so I can't really talk about it. I heard it's doing well at the box office, though. That's what I've heard. It could be wrong. I think it's going to pull in probably about 28 million, which is pretty good, you know. So, hmm. Speaking of pretty good, yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if that's going to be like the Xenoblade one or not. That's a good question. Um, but yeah, I'm a big fan. So far I've enjoyed the Assassin's Creed reboot, but I know a lot of people haven't, and that's fine. Like I said, you know, one love to everybody. But Jemiah Dixon said he saw New Mutants yesterday. Okay, how was it? Good, bad, indifferent? All right, let me ask you this: was it better than Venom? Because Venom was trash. I mean, yes, Venom made money. I'm not here to say Venom didn't make money. Do not get me wrong. Okay, Venom overperformed, but the movie was trash. You know, so so I don't. So Jemiah, was it better or worse or just kind of eh? All right, put it like this: is it a matinee movie or is it a feature movie? Like you're gonna pay like $20. So just waiting for him. What up, Lincoln Clay? Yeah, this is Mass Effect. It always will be a C plus to a B, but Magic was the best part. Okay, fair enough. Cyber Desert Venom. Yeah, it was trash to me. I'm the one that counts here. Good grief. So I sat there like, man, this is bad. And it went from bad to worse. But again, it made money. So it's not about that. It's not about it. It was successful. There's a big difference. Okay. It was extremely successful to the point where Sony within the first 3 weeks approved the sequel. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. So thought Venom was better than Wonder Woman. I thought Venom's third act was better than Wonder Woman's third act, but Venom's first two acts were trash. Wonder Woman's first two acts I thought were brilliant. I thought they were really good. It's not anything you haven't seen before, but it was just a better overall movie. So have I tried using Microsoft Flight Sim to change it? Oh, I can't play that game. That game crashes my computer, so I won't be able to play the Flight Sim game until it comes to console. So, or until I get my computer upgraded. So, just this, that's the way it is. But that computer is bricking. I think, like I said, a friend of mine's got a 3600X and a 5700 XT, and he's got a 700 or 750 watt, whatever it is, power source, and he's got 24 gigs of RAM, and not the fastest RAM, but he's got some good RAM, and his computer only gets about 40 frames a second, at 40 FPS on that game. That game is just a big game. So remember, they recommended that you have a 2080 for that game. So I don't have it. I don't have it. Like I said, I'm saving. If I get a donation today, like right now, I am 900 and we're 960 dollars away from it. So it is what it is. So we'll get there eventually. One day I'll wake up and the money will be there. Or who knows? Maybe Trump will give me some more reparation money and I'll go buy one. I can't play the flight sim. Nope. I have a flight sim game called DCS that I really enjoy. I play that, but the flight sim game will not load up correctly on my PC. So, um, Jemiah says a 3080 will cost less than a 2080 Ti. Oh, that's fine. Well, like I said, I'll be happy. I may just end up. I'll more than likely end up with a 2070. So the 2080 Ti is that's a pipe dream. But I'll probably get the 2070 Super, which is like $699 or something like that. So that's tolerable. You know, I can actually tolerate that hit. So I can get away with that one. So, all righty. Silverback says now I'm 958 away. He's right. Shout out to Silverback for the $2 holler. Yeah. So now we're closer. You know, so that's all I can say. Nothing. No more Radeon. Well, not if I want to play the flight sim games. I talked to a couple people that oh, there we go. So oh, and there's the booty buster. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Silverback. No, I appreciate you. The booty buster's up early this morning. Let's see if we can get it down to to 9 let's see if we can go down to 950 today. Let's see if we can get several more people to donate $8 and activate the booty buster. But I appreciate you, brother. Let's see here. But yeah, it's and apparently NVIDIA has the flight sim market locked down. And I just found this out the other day. So if I'm going to be playing flight sim games, I need to get a NVIDIA card. I'll get it, you know, like I said, I'll get the 2070 next year. That's going to be something I get after the PS5 because I'm going to upgrade my computer the next 3 to 4 weeks. Once that motherboard comes in. So that computer will be gone, I don't know, maybe a week or two. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get to me. So, I will not be podcasting for at least a 2-week period in September, put it like that. I can be on PlayStation and stream games and talk to everybody like that for 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm getting a PS5 before I get a 2070. Yeah. Unless somebody says, I think Blaze 4K said I can maybe able to get, I think he's got a 2070 or 2080. He said he'd sell it to him for $350. So yeah, if it's something like that, I can pull the trigger because I'm resigned to the fact that I'm not going to get a PS5 until next year. It's not. I mean, I'm going to go to one store, and if it's there, great. If it's not there, I'm not going to hurt. I'm not going to be like, I'll just like, all right, let's go get a new. That'll be money I put back for the GPU. So it's not the end of my world. So Jemiah said he never just buys things on a whim. So yeah, there you go. The booty buster was up there. Everybody saw him. I actually got that working. Shout out to Dusty Porter and with Streamlabs that had that 8-minute tutorial to really help out. I just went in and had to reset a bunch of stuff. So Wright said he's going to every Best Buy in New York. Well, again, you may be able to get one if you. There's only 2 Best Buys in my city, and there's Best Buy in my city. Best Buy, Target, and Meijer are all within walking distance. So I will start at Best Buy, and then I will make my way to Target, which is right across the street. Then I will go to Meijer, which is literally 10 minutes away from that. And if they have one, I'll have it. If they don't, I won't have one. I won't, I'll walk back into Best Buy and be like, oh, y'all got a 2070? I'll take it. So it's going to be that light. So, that's a question for Jemiah. I've got an SSD going into this computer and everything. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about this. So, how many of you all plan on getting Assassin's Creed Valhalla? So, oh, wait a minute. see we have a $5 holler from Jemiah Dixon, and we are now 900 and now we're $953 away. So let's see, this is somebody going to donate $3 to get us down to our goal, which is 950. So let's see if there's some soul out there that feels like doing that. So, but yeah, all right. Let me get back to the podcast. All right. So Halo Infinite, I don't know if you all know this or not. It's been pushed all the way back to Q4 of 21, which pretty much puts it into 2022. Based on what I saw at that game of reveal, whatever you want to call it, there ain't no way in hell that game is going to be coming out next year. I mean, I'll be shocked. Like, I'll be like, oh, they already got that out, So, just somebody says you're not interested in Valhalla and you are descended from Vikings. Okay. Oh, that's bad. That's bad when an ancient descendant don't give a damn. So that's actually pretty funny. All right, so shout out to Jemiah Dixon for the $5 holla. So yeah, all right. So the Valhalla news, that was it. But all right, are you all disappointed in Halo? Like I'm disappointed in Halo. I mean, I can't believe how sad this is, guys. Just just very disappointed as somebody who follows Halo. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Appreciate you, Cyber Dragon. The $3 holla says, play the games you buy the games you play. Now you're talking. And we have met our goals. So I appreciate it. Cyber Dragon with the $3 holler. And that's all we can ask for. Oh, yeah, baby. And let's see here. And Cyber Dragon. Oh, well, so the booty buster is y'all, the booty buster is getting tired. He's probably getting tired. So Uncompetitive has activated the booty buster. Possibly. I don't know if that gets the booty buster going or not. But shout out to Cyber Dragon as we are at we met our goal. So the 2080 is closer, people. Hey, it's closer now than it was 30 minutes ago, right? That's all that counts. So moving on. So I plan on buying Assassin's Creed, but I like Assassin's Creed. So, well, uncompetitive. I appreciate it, brother. It says 0.79 pound. I don't know what that translates to, but I appreciate it. And as you can see there, so uncompetitive, but back to back. Back to back with, oh man, he's really enjoying the booty buster this morning. So, uncompetitive again. Oh my goodness, we may be down. We may hit the $20 mark this podcast, and that will bring us down to, $940. Yeah, and the video ain't got me. I'm catching up to the video. Look at that. The video can shout out to Uncompetitive $1.99 and the $2.99 holla. What's happening? So Uncompetitive is going in. He's coming in with the heavy hand, guys. So $3.99. Well, all righty then. Uncompetitive $3.99. Oh, Uncompetitive is coming with the heavy hand here. Hey, he didn't came in and slapped everybody around with the Booty Warrior. Yeah. So, well, right now the Booty Warrior is clearly working for Uncompetitive. So, I'm definitely staying out of the way. Yeah, the Booty Buster. So, Spartan guy coming through with the $5 holla. I appreciate it. The Booty Buster is that was a fight between those two guys. So who is he going to end up working for? I do not know. I appreciate it though, and that brings us down to 945. Do I have that right? So I appreciate it. So the Booty Buster's getting them going. But all right, guys, we're going to move on to the next story. Again, I'm buying Assassin's Creed. If you don't like it, F you. F your mama, and F your drunk Uncle Freddie. Okay? So, but I'll be playing and streaming that game when it does come out. And yes, I will be getting playing it again on the PS5. I love Assassin's Creed. So, uh, but we'll move to the last story, which is Ratchet and Clank having a which again was shown. First things first, what did you all think of the show the other day that Jeff Keighley did? I was able to watch it. I thought it was trash. Let me start out by saying I give a shout out to Jeff Keighley because he's doing all this. I mean, he's got a team and stuff like that, but to be able to get all this set up so that we can watch it with everything that's going on, I think round of applause to Jeff Keighley. But I expected more gameplay. That was disappointing, but I'm not hating on it. I understand that it's hard to get right now because everything that's going on. So, but yeah, I was disappointed in that event. There were some games there that I did think were cool. Dirt is it not Dirt 3? Project Cars 3. I'm interested in that. I'm definitely interested in Project Cars 3. I'm interested in there was the little indie game they showed. I was interested in that too. I can't remember the name of the game, but of course, Ratchet and Clank, guys. And shout out to King Thrash. King Thrash did we got a $25 SEK from V'ger. And he says, "Let's go, champ! The Booty Buster is back." Oh, the Booty Buster! Oh my goodness! Oh, then Uncompetitive coming in with another 4.99. I believe is that sterling or is that a pound? I can't remember. So it is what it is. Uncompetitive coming in again, heavy-handed. So he ain't been uncompetitive. He's getting everybody. He's killing it. He's killing it. He's coming in heavy-handed this morning. So so yeah. So anyway, Ratchet and Clank, which I don't even understand what Ratchet and Clank is about. I know they've got a bunch of games. Uncompetitive again with the 1999 pound, and I do appreciate it. That puts me, if I am calculating right, and I may be not because I'm old and I just had another birthday. I think that brings us down to like 925 for the NVIDIA card. So it's just fine. Like I said, we're closer down than we're closer now than we were 30 minutes ago, and that's all that counts, and that is because of you all, and I appreciate it. So, and uncompetitive, yeah, he's coming in heavy-handed. I'm gonna have to get him a special ringtone or something. I need to figure out if I can just assign that to certain people. So, oh, pound sterling. So, oh, thank you, Uncompetitive. It says happy birthday. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yep. Yep. An old man got older. So, an old man got older. So, I still remember playing cassette tapes. Put it like that. So, that's not enough for the car. Yeah, I know it's not, but hey, look. It's not about that. It's about being closer than I was. So that's the main thing. So I do appreciate the birthday wish too. Um, but the Ratchet and Clank though. First things first. What exactly is Ratchet? Like, what is it? You know, it's not a person. What kind of animal is Ratchet, and why does he have a robot? And I know it's popular because they did a movie. Sony actually did a movie, a Ratchet and Clank movie. So, but I don't know anything about it. But I know. Look, the PlayStation has been the victim of misinformation primarily from I don't know why. Again, let me make this clear. I don't know why the movie flopped. Yeah, the movie did flop. I mean, yeah, you're right, it flopped. But that animated division came back and won an Oscar for Into the Spider-Verse. That's the same people, the same animated division, and but at the end of the day, the PlayStation has been a target of misinformation, and it's to a point now where even when the developers are coming out and saying stuff, that people are saying that the developers are lying. And again, let me make this clear. I never thought I'd see the day when people would say, "Oh, well, you're lying. You're not telling the truth," even though they're developers. And the fact that that is happening is just sad. So, but it's I think it's my own personal, and I've said this before. My own personal take on that is that they're afraid of a one console future. Somebody said it's a Lumbax. What exactly is that? Okay, so I guess that's what it is. So, but yeah, I miss mixtapes too. I still have some. Like the group that I was in, our stuff is still on tape. We still have it on tape, and we have it on reel to reel tape. So, but but yeah, it said it's a Lombax. I don't even know what that is. So, but yeah, apparently, they're going to have a 60 FPS mode. This is according to Insomniac. And again, I'm going to have to borrow a page from Marlin Gaming Nation. Shout out to Marlin Gaming. It's not. I can sit here and speculate on what I think is going to happen. Oh, and I have done that. Okay, and I've brought other people on who definitely know more about that stuff than me. Shout out to Captain Thug Nasty. Go check out that podcast that I did with Captain Thug Nasty. Very informative podcast. Hopefully, I asked some good questions and you all got some good answers. But the PlayStation 5 is going to be a better console than the Xbox Series X. Frankly, let's look at the truth. Let's look at it. Let's just sit back here and walk with me on this one. The Series X is more powerful than the PS5. Yet the PS5 is still able to do the exact same things as the Series X. Okay? I'm going to say that again. The Series X is more powerful. Excuse me. The Series X is more powerful than the PS5. Yet, the PS5 can still do the same things as the Series X. All right? So, we now have seen how many third-party developers come out and say that they're going to be able to do 4K 60 modes. We've seen Crystal Dynamics say it. Okay? You saw that with the Avengers game. You now have another third-party developer that's doing Black Ops 3. Again, and you know me, I can't stand those Call of Duty games. You know it. If you don't believe me, you can go to any podcast that I've been on, and I've sat here and I said, if your idea is coming home, putting on a headset, and calling in the B2, okay? If that's your idea of a good time, I'm not the guy you need to be listening to. Everybody has heard me say that, right? But the fact that another third-party developer has come out and said that we're going to be able to do 4K 120 FPS on this console, the fact it can do that is the insult to all these guys screaming about the power narrative. Because if you're going to tell me that you're going to be able to do the same thing, and they have better specs, I'm putting that in air quotes, then why am I able to match your specs? It's all right. I'll tell you why. It's because I got better tech. Okay, I got better tech than you got. Okay, so I'm able to do the same thing. Again, I tried to tell people this months ago. The PS5 and the Xbox Series X are going to do the same things. You're just going to do it differently. Now, there will be a handful of things that the Series X can do better, and there's going to be a handful of things that the PS5 can do better. But overall, they're both going to do the same thing. They're going to get to the same party. They're just going to take different roads. And that's not good enough for some people. So now everybody that's running around saying that the Series X is more powerful, and then my question to you is, why can the PS5 do the exact same things? Because by definition, the Series X should be the only one being able to hit the 120 FPS. So then when they come back with, well, it's not going to be 4K. Well, didn't your clown ass also say that it wasn't going to be able to do 60 frames per second? And now we've got multiple developers coming out saying that it can. You see what I'm saying? So you got no credibility left anymore. I accidentally, and I don't know how this happened, I ended up going over to Jack Reacher's page, And it's just excuse after excuse in his comment section. And it's just like somebody just put down in his comment section, I just came over here to laugh at you guys. And then somebody says something about the Xbox Series X, and the guy literally said, well, hey, look, if they're both going to be able to hold 120 FPS, there ain't nothing left to talk about. And he's right. There is nothing left to talk about. Okay? It's trash. The Series X is trash. If I can go ahead and do the exact same thing that on the PS5, which is weaker. So you keep hearing, well, it's got a weaker GPU, but it's faster. Okay, it's gonna make up for it in speed. You know, so it's just, well, all you have is that SSD can't do anything. You know, they literally were saying that they don't believe, even though the Epic developer has said how they're able to stream in assets. And then Insomniac's developers came out and said, yeah, we're streaming in these assets, all that stuff on the screen, all that stuff you saw on the screen, the particle effects, everything you saw on that screen is literally because of is literally because of the SSD, the way they can stream information in and out. And let me make this clear. I didn't know whether they could do that or not either. Remember, I was skeptical. I'm like, all right, it sounds great in theory, but I got to see this running. And then when I saw it running, I'm like, oh, God, I mean, they can do it. I mean, that's what I was saying on shout out to the round table. That's what I said to King Thrash. I said it right to his face. Look, I said, I didn't know if they could do this or not, because to me, to be able to anticipate what I need to see as a gamer versus what's going to actually be there is I didn't think that was possible. But this SSD that Sony has is allowing them to stream the assets in, and if they're streaming the assets in, they're not using the GPU and the CPU as much, and that leaves that GPU and CPU to go ahead and have graphics, you know, be the primary concern, or concentrate on the FPS is its main concern. So, so at the end of the day, my question is simple. If the Series X is so much more powerful, why is the PlayStation able to do the same thing? That's a legitimate question, isn't it? All right. I mean, if you're going to say that you got 12 horses in your car and I got 10 horses in my car, why is my car able to match your car at every single turn? Okay, the Dirt game, again, that's a third-party game. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the Dirt game, but it's going to have a 120 FPS mode. Okay, the Avengers is going to have a 60 FPS mode on the PlayStation. Call of Duty, if you buy it, it's going to have a 120 FPS mode. Now we get into the whole thing. Well, you know, it's going to be 1440p or 1080p. Well, so what? If you know anything about PC gaming, if I go into my PC and I'm like, man, I want to play at 100 frames per second, but my computer is going to tell me it's got to take something from somewhere else. So instead of me playing at 1800p or 1440p, it says you can play this game at 100 frames per second, but you're going to have to be at 900p. Guess what? People will trade that all the time. Shout out to Mez. Mez was even saying this a couple weeks ago. I will trade resolution to get better frames. Okay? And guess what? That's what you're going to do. But you mean to tell me, look, the best looking game I've seen running so far this year has been the Epic gameplay demo. That's the best game I've seen. That game was 1440p, but it had 8K textures. Okay, it was running 30 frames per second, but it had 8K textures. It had global illumination, which is ray tracing, only to be told by people like Posta that global illumination isn't ray tracing, even though global illumination is ray tracing's daddy. Okay, I'd rather have global illumination than ray tracing because it's not as taxing on the hardware. Okay, you just had a guy from PC World out of something that calls itself Hot Chip talk about the Xbox Series X, saying that, look, even though the developers don't want to use ray tracing because they have all these wonderful techniques that aren't going to tax what? The hardware. I'm telling you right now, Games are going to look and run better on the PS5. It's just too much information out there now. So what's up, Rollo God? So I'm just saying that to you right now. I mean, to me, it's not even going to be close. Okay, it won't be close, but I want you guys to ask yourselves that question. It's like somebody saying to me, okay, Craig, go out. Let's just say somebody says, here's 1,500 stacks. Go buy a 2080 Ti or something like that. And I say, all right. And I walk into the store and I say, all right, here's this 2080 Ti and then here's this 2070 Super. And I say, what's the difference? I go up to the guy, get a couple guys. Hey, guys, I'm going to buy one of these two things. What's the difference? And the guy says, well, with the 2080, you might get you may, instead of it being 46 frames per second, it might be 52 frames per second. All right. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, all right, so the 2080 costs $1,200 and I'm going to get maybe 5 to 10 more frames. I'm going to get the 2070 because it does the exact same thing. I can still get ray tracing. I'm still going to get a hit in performance no matter what. So if I'm going to take a hit in performance, I might as well take a lesser hit in my wallet. You dig? So again, I want somebody to explain to me in the comment section, if the Series X is so much more powerful, why in the world is the PlayStation able to do the same thing? I mean, I hope that question makes sense, okay? All right, I hope that question makes sense. What exactly is the Series X more powerful at doing? All right, and shout out to Muscle Bound Gamer. And look, I'm not here to say it because I agree with him. Muscle Bound Gamer said that there's guys that are swearing up and down on the Chinese Jesus and on the Black Mary that that the Series X is going to be so much better. And I'm like, okay, based on what information are you getting that on? Okay, because I have seen games running on the PS5. I have seen it. Okay, that's just, it can't take that away. I've not seen anything running on Series X, but I'm being told by your dilapidated butt that things are going to be so much better. Okay, based on what? So then we have to go to, well, based on paper specs, not based on real world performances. And I'm sorry, but Sony has beaten Microsoft. Let me make this clear. Microsoft beat Sony to the paper. They beat them to the theory. All right, but Sony has absolutely crushed Microsoft with the real world specs. Okay, I've seen 4 to 6 games running on a PS5. Okay, and I mean, whether I like it or not, I'm not going to buy Bug Snacks unless somebody gives it to me. But I've seen that game running on a PS5. I've seen that Canoe Bridge of Spirits running. I've seen what's that other game from Housemarque? I've seen that running. Okay, I'm sorry, I've seen it running. So I've seen Gran Turismo running. I've seen the Epic Gameplay demo running. I've seen Ratchet and Clank running. I've not seen anything running on Series X. I haven't. And I don't want people coming over here talking about I'm bashing. How am I bashing? It's trash. You're going to tell me that if something is better, but you got no evidence, only paper specs? That doesn't work in the real world, son. Okay? That doesn't work. That's like somebody saying, well, gee whiz, this patient is bleeding here from this artery, and if we go ahead and we use this clotting agent, it's going to stop. Well, that's great in theory, but what if that patient still bleeds? What are we going to be doing here? Okay, so, you can't tell me that and then not back it up with anything. That's why the Booty Warrior exists, to bust your cheeks. This whole thing of, the Series X has 52 CUs. You don't even know what that means. Okay? I understand what the PS5 is about. It's about speed. It's about efficiency. It's about getting in and getting out like a SEAL team. All right? So it is what it is. Versus Series X, which is calling in the 82nd Airborne. I understand that. I mean, it's a perfect example of it. So, but until Series X can show me personally what exactly it's going to be running, and when I see it, let me make this clear, when I see it, it better be so much better than what I already know. I already know Madden because I'm going to buy Madden on PlayStation 5. I already know Madden's going to be 4K native at 60 frames a second. So Series X better be running it at 8K. Because if they come out, if EA comes out and says, oh, you know what, it's going to be running at 4K 60 as well, I'm going to bust your cheeks. Okay? Star Wars Squadrons, okay, which they did show at the game show. Star Wars Squadron better be 8K 60 frames per second on Series X. Because if they say it's going to be 4K native and it's going to be 4K native on the PlayStation, I'm going to bust your cheeks. Okay? This is the way it's going to be. I will send you home with an I got caught humping my neighbor's cat look on your face. Because there better be an exponential difference. Okay? It's like if I drink Coke to Pepsi, there's a difference. I can cover my eyes up and like, oh, that's Coca-Cola. Oh, that's Pepsi. You know, so it better have that type of thing because this is what you guys have been saying. And I'm sorry, when I see Horizon Zero Dawn in alpha looking better than a game than that Halo trash. Halo, man, that game was trash. And I'm a Halo fan. It was trash. Okay? When that game becomes a meme and Sony has games in alpha that look better than games that Microsoft is going to put out in 90 days, you messing with the wrong one, son. I am not the one to bring that stuff to. You bring that to somebody else. I'm not the one. Okay? I will track you down on whatever podcast you on, and I will go ahead and pull your pants down in front of everybody. Like, what are you talking about? All right? So it better be significantly different. And I already know it won't be because you're looking at the difference in 2 floating points, which is no difference at all. The Xbox CPU, they're like, well, it's 3.8. Yes, if you are dealing with single threads. But since 98% of the games are multi-threaded, it's 3.6. Okay? And the Sony system is 3.5 all the time. It doesn't, there's no, I mean, that's the reality that we're dealing with here, guys. There's no differences. Okay, I've seen a CPU running at 4.4 and a CPU running at 4.2. Guess what? There is no difference. There is no difference. The CPU that's 4.4 gets hotter. That is a difference. There's trash coming out of you guys' mouths. Trash. So you better hope that you're right. You better hope that it's like, oh, well, you better hope EA comes out and says, well, you know what? Man, we're able to get 8K on Madden on the Series X, but on the PlayStation 5, we can only get it to 4K because I already know it's going to be 4K. How do I know? Because it's already 4K on the PlayStation Pro. Okay? It's already 4K on the PlayStation Pro. So, you know, now it's 60 frames per second during gameplay and 30 frames per second, on replay. So that's a difference. The Xbox X is 60 all the way around. So it is. Oh, whatever. 1 floating point, 2 float. My point is that you're looking at the difference of it's like 1.8 T flops, and everybody thinks that's going to be a major difference, and it's not. So what's up, Silent Night? Pong at 8K, that would be different. I played Pong on a CRT TV. Trash. That game was trash. How did I think about it? So. What's up with Valhalla? It's for me. It's the Valhalla news was that they're gonna have some cool ass weapons and creatures on there apparently, and they're gonna have some side quests. So so this it is what it is. So yeah, I mean they're going on this CSI hunt. Now look, Zaddy just talked about the whole PlayStation thing. They talked about it. And they were just like on Ratchet and Clank, and they're like, yeah, I mean, it's it is what it is, guys. And Sony's been able to do exactly what we thought. Again, they built the PS5 with developers in mind. The developers actually, even Mark Cerny said that. all these developers wanted a SSD. That's not what Sony did because that was easy to do. That's what Mark Cerny said. But they wanted the SSD to be the priority on how they got information into the games. And that's the difference in the PlayStation 5 and the Series X. The Series X is still going to do things based on what you're seeing right now. So, again, right now, not 3 to 5 years down the road when you can stream in your assets and not hurt anything else. It's just you just go get it and it comes there. It's like I think the Cherno, like he was saying, he's like, look, yeah, you just stream the asset in. It doesn't tax your CPU or GPU. Your CPU and GPU are relegated to supporting the streamed asset, which they can support it with FPS. They can support it with better structure. It can support it with better sound. All that is going to be there. All right. So all these people say, again, is the Series X going to have haptic feedback on games? No, it's not. Are they going to have 3D spatial sound? They're going to have 3D sound, but it's not going to be as good as the Sony sound. So the games are going to run better because the overall experience, the experience is going to be better on the PlayStation. That's what they're pushing, the experience. So again, I already understand this, and I'm not throwing shade on Series X because if you want to go buy one, you need to be a man and go to the store and go buy one when it comes out. Okay, like I said, I'm going to buy this Series S, and play that on my monitor. That's fine. I got no issue with that. So and I hear people like, well, why are you going to do that? That's dumb and all that kind of stuff because I want to do it, and you can't stop me. Okay, what are you going to do to stop me? All right, grown ass man, I dare you to try to stop me from going to buy something I want to buy. Okay, so I want you to try to. Okay, so yeah, guys, you don't have to justify buying anything to anybody, especially online. Golly. Mm. Yeah, I'm worn out on the whole T-flop conversation when I actually understand how that stuff works, and you all just keep digging a bigger hole for yourself. First rule of digging a hole is to stop digging a hole. So yeah, it's not that the T-flops aren't important. It's just that they're not the most important thing. They're not as important as you're making it out to be. So it is what it is. We've gone from, we now have people in the community talking about, well, how come Series X hasn't shown any games? That's coming from friggin' D-Batch, the Canadian con man. That comes from Dealer Gaming. Okay, they have posts out there saying that where are the games on Series X? Okay. So, and just 2 to 3 months ago, it was like, oh, the games are going to be so much better. And then we got that Craig meme from Halo, and that dude needs some 4K ray tracing lotion on. I don't know what's going on with him. Marlon Gaming talking about that he's going to come out with some 4K ray tracing lotion for that. These idiots brag about ray tracing, and then the one game they showed was like, well, we're going to patch in ray tracing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, so you do all this bragging about ray tracing, then your landmark game, your benchmark game, doesn't even have it. Talking about it's going to be patched in later. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay? That's like ordering a McRib and then them saying, oh, well, here's the bread. The meat's going to be out here in about 4 hours. It's nuts. It is nuts. Going to patch it in. And patch in these nuts. So just golly, it's unbelievable. So, and that's why they don't come to the channel. Because the community can come to the channel if they want to, but if they come in here lying, if they come in here chuck jiving and buck dancing, I will bust their cheeks. It will be nasty. So, Like going to Goodyear. You imagine going to Goodyear buying a tire? Hey, it's got a hole in it. Oh, we're gonna patch that hole for you in a couple weeks. Meanwhile, here's your flat tire. It's trash. So just trash. You know, so I mean, somebody get that thing. And look, if Halo cost a reported $500 million, and that's what's been reported, and they had everybody and they had their baby's mama working on this game, and that's the best thing we can get, then we got problems over there on the Xbox. So and that's all I can say. And that better be fixed. It better be fixed soon, because if Sony gets Spider-Man out and Horizon Zero Dawn out and Demon Souls and Ratchet and Clank, I mean, can you imagine those games all coming out within the first 18 months, and then they're still waiting on Halo? That ain't the way, Sway. That ain't the way it's gonna work. I'm sorry, that ain't gonna work. You know, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Even that girl from Narnia is running out of excuses from Xbox, and I never thought I'd be saying that. So, I mean, she claims she's from Australia. She claims that's where she's from, but I think that girl's from Narnia. So, because she sounds just like the people in Narnia. Have you seen Narnia? That's the way they talk. So, I mean, so, I just do not get it. So, yeah, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, according to the Xbox community, they won't even know the answer to that. I mean, that's how dumb they are. You know, yeah, they have bastardized Halo. So what are they going to do to Gears? Okay, I mean, can you imagine if they did that to Halo, and that's their bottom franchise, that's their top bottom, that's their bottom money maker. That's the game. People making memes had Master Chief walking down the hall, and all these other characters are bowing down to him, only to see Master Chief needing some ray tracing lotion. Okay, so somebody says give Halo to Gorilla. There you go. Yeah, give it to Gorilla. Give it to somebody else. Give it to somebody else that actually cares about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the problem, is the people don't care about it. They're just kind of like, well, it's going to be a games of a service. So it's going to be games of a service. So, but yeah, guys, now we're at the AMA part, which is Ask Me Anything here at the end of the podcast. So get your questions ready. Um, and so what are your questions, and then get them out. Um, it is what it is. So somebody got yeah. Gorilla quit making Killzone since Halo. Well, you got to understand that Killzone was supposed to be the Halo killer. And I tell you this right now, if Guerrilla Games said we're going to do a Killzone after Horizon Zero Dawn, they will kill Halo. Not even the end of it. So imagine Bungie and Guerrilla working on Halo. Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. That would be cool. Best movie I've watched this year, like at the theater or just at my house? Be a little more specific. Was I in the military? No. So let's see here. Yep, Shadowfall has ray tracing in it. So and how many of y'all are getting Crisis? The new Crisis reboot comes out September 18th. That's gonna have ray tracing on it. So I think Insomniac also working on Resistance Fallen Man reboot. Possibly. I think they may be. They've dropped some encrypted things. So anything this year? Best movie I've watched this year. Wow. Well, I've rewatched Endgame like 3 times. So that one. I've watched Infinity War. What else did we watch the other day? We watched some movie about time. Like it was about time something. What was the name of that? Now TV shows. The best TV show I've watched is we've been watching Trapper John MD. Enjoying that. So you have Crisis on Switch. Cool. So, I haven't been on a flight this year because of everything that's going on. Um, Best show I've actually watched, I'm going to have to say Star Trek Picard. I thoroughly enjoyed that series. Can't get into the other one too much. And that's pretty much been it. I've been watching Battlestar Galactica, so that's not bad. So my Sunday barbecue food is going to be ribs all the time. Birds of Prey was Ghostbusters level. Yeah, and again, Birds of Prey was bad, mainly because everybody thought she was going to do Gotham Sirens, and she did Birds of Prey. So, have I watched Tenet? Tenet's not in my city yet, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. So, very interesting subject, and I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan. So yeah, I like barbecue ribs. If I got to do the ribs, then the potato salad right next to the ribs, and a cream soda. That's my starting out tray. So you didn't know? Yeah, there's a spoiler alert. Yeah, she did. She did. But well, it was hard to take because everybody looks at her as the little sister. But the Russo brothers made a good point. They said that they wrote her the way they wrote Black Widow for their movies that they had her in, which they had her in 3 movies. She's more like the mother, and so her sacrifice was a mother's sacrifice. So, what are my gaming expectations for next year? For who? For who? I mean, I expect Sony to have more 4K native games. That they're actually going to embrace 4K native. I also expect better techniques to reach different resolutions. I think it's not that we're not going to not have checkerboarding. We are, but checkerboarding will now be part of a bigger technique. So I don't drink coffee. How long till Xbox give up on this gen? They've I think they already have. They've said that they don't care if you buy a new Xbox. That's given up. Okay? They've already given up. So, let's see here. But no, it's but no, there's going to be more 4K games if you're in the Sony camp. The Xbox, see, Xbox they embraced 4K gaming this generation. So they have less of a leap. I would think they would support more textures and frame rates. That's what I thought the Xbox would be about. I thought they would be like, okay, look, we already hit 4K, which was great, but we want to give you 8K textures and better frame rates. It's just they go into this, but they don't have the studios to like do that. It's crazy. So will your Pit Boy run Xcloud? Probably. Probably. Also, I guess you all saw that if you have iPhones, that Apple kicked Epic off of their iPhones or something like that. It was just breaking news like at 8 o'clock this morning. So, Rollo God says Sony might have 8K asset stream. Yeah, I think they will. I think that will be part of what's going on. I think you'll see 1440p with 8K textures. I think you'll see 1800p with 4K textures. And you're not going to be able to tell the differences. You won't. It's just at this point the technique is too good. And I don't. Crystal Dynamics developers aren't as good as Naughty Dogs, but so I wouldn't expect anything on that level. But I expect it to be just as good. So. A vaccine, I think we'll get something at the beginning of next year. So, but they need to get it out as soon because they're already in trial. They're in third stage trials right now with 2 of them. So, is X going to give it to you? Not. I don't know. That's a personal question. So, um, yeah, well, God, they have said that's not me making it up. Phil Spencer has come out and said we don't care if you buy a Series X. So, that's pretty. Just give it up, in my opinion. You ain't got to convince me. Like, oh, if you don't care if I buy it, then I won't buy it. So, I think Series X will be delayed until no. No, I think they're both going to come out in November. I think the Sony console is going to come out November 13th. But again, you're not going to be able to buy one, so it's kind of like, oh, all right. Yeah, Foxy Games. Shout out to Foxy Games. He did say that there's going to be another Switch coming out. It's going to be. It's not. It's going to be. They're also going to market it with another Link game, whatever that game was, Zelda. So this stuff like that. So that's what he was saying. I did not keep the tweet though. Yeah, they need to kneel before Zod. This is what I'm talking about. So, but I don't know if you've noticed how the Xbox fanboys are still panicking at this point. Nothing is going the way that they said it was going to go, and you know, I've said before that the problem that they're having at this point is that, I mean, yeah, nothing they said was true. Oh shoot, what is this? What game is that? Sickton tweeted out something. Oh my God, this could be a picture of Days Gone on the PS5. Damn, if that's it, that looks clean as hell. Wow. Wow. So, geez, that looks clean as hell. I'm on Twitter, so let me come back over. Being a rude host, let me come back over. Got an iPhone 11 Pro Max with 4K 60 display. Wow. Do I think Xbox community time will forgive Zaddy and Jeff Keighley? Yeah, that's the whole thing. They're mad at Jeff Keighley now saying that he's a pony. I'm like, what? I mean, look, he gave deference to PlayStation because they actually showed a game running on at his show. So I mean, yeah, I mean, this is nuts. So this is nuts. So, but yeah, I mean, you're gonna forget White Zaddy. That's hilarious. So, yeah, I agree. Impatient Fire. Yeah, we did that. They want Phil to sue Jeff for what? For what? What do they want to sue him for? Some select trophy hunters. Okay, well that makes sense. Look, I don't have an issue with what Sony's doing. I just it pretty much confirms to me that they're gonna have trouble um, with the supply line. I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, they're suing for being honest. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they would. Their community actually does believe that. Oh yeah, we can sue you, and he's being honest. So Cyberpunk won an award for PlayStation, and that's why it's marked. I heard about that. Yeah. I mean, again, look, I'm buying Cyberpunk, so this is kind of like, yeah, I saw that though. So yeah, I know it's tough. It is tough. So very, very, very not too happy with the whole Chadwick Boseman thing, but like I said, my dad died of cancer, and cancer is nothing to be trifled with, and so just certainly hope he went peacefully and it wasn't painful. So yeah, we're losing a lot of people this year, and we're about to hit September, so and the flu's about to come. You all look, guys, go get. Well, I'm going to get a flu shot. I can't tell you all what to do. When the flu shot becomes available for me personally, I'm going to take it. So I'll just put it like that. So No, nothing new on the PS5 about the ports. They're keeping whatever the PS5 has underneath it, underneath the hood. Now they let some more info out. I mean, you all heard about the Wi-Fi 6, whatever that's called, and the new Blu-ray or whatever that's called, Wi-Fi 6 and the new Blu-ray stuff or Bluetooth stuff. The Crap Gamer. Let me see if I can pull that video up and because he left a link in his video. Um, says something about Sony having 100 GB Blu-ray and see if he did. He usually does a link here. So shout out to the Crap Gamer. No, this wasn't it. This is about Call of Duty. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see here. Show more. Let me go to push square. That's about Ratchet and Clank. When do y'all think Ratchet and Clank will come out? See, I don't think Ratchet and Clank will come out until March or April. So, no, he didn't put it in there. Okay, fair enough. But, all right, so I won't even bring that up then because he did not link a source. Or if he did, I'm at the wrong video. Hit that like button, people. It's like 100 people watching. Hit that like button. Don't be scared. And, if you don't know, the Black Booty Buster is in full effect. Don't be afraid to hit that super chat either. He did uncompetitive and has pretty much taken control of him today. Uncompetitive, shout out to him, has been pretty heavy-handed with the Booty Warrior unleashing him on the podcast. So, Wallow God says you can't get a PS5, you'll get a 4K TV and get that. Yeah, I mean, again, guys, you're gonna look. I'm not saying this. I hope everybody gets a PS5, okay? But we're going to have to be realistic and we have to understand that we probably won't, okay? But that doesn't mean you can't go get other stuff. Don't sit around and get mad. Go get some accessories. The Sony did say that the headset would work, okay, on the PS4. So you could go do that. You can go ahead and if you're, save up for a TV, get a monitor. I'm getting a monitor to play the PS5. Okay, now I'm going to get a brand new monitor. I'm going to get a 27-inch AOC. That's not an Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. That's the name of the company. Okay, I'm gonna get a 27-inch curved AOC. Probably, I think it's going to be a 1440p monitor with 144 refresh rate. That's what I'm buying for the PS5. Okay, that should take care of everything for me. So, will I be in 4K? No, I'll be in 1440p. I should be able to. It ought to look fantastic. Curve, I'll be good. I'm fine. So, so if you can get a PS5, then you will get Cold War on PS5 only. Yeah, I mean, again, my opinion is these games will be coming out. We won't be able to get these games until the spring anyway. So that just gives you time to save up for more games, right? And go get the PS5 version of the games. If I can't get the PS5, I'm still going to buy the Miles Morales Spider-Man. I'm still going to buy the Call of Duty game. I'm still going to buy Ratchet and Clank. I'll just have to wait on the console, which is fine. That's fine. Okay, I'm resigned to that. I'm okay with it. It took me months to put my PC together. So yeah, I'll just have to wait on this as well. I mean, it's how long have I been waiting to order my motherboard? About 4 months, remember? I tried to get my motherboard when all this stuff hit and I couldn't get nothing. Motherboards are just now coming back into fray. So, which is fine. Which is fine. All right then, Pitch Black. Yeah, I'm about to get on out of here myself. So you will walk into GameStop and walk out with a PS5. Okay. All right, hit that like button, people. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna AOC looks smart dressed in white. Yeah, she does. I think white is her best color. So that's just my opinion. That is my opinion. So, and What is AMA? Ask me anything. Even I knew that. Yeah. Come on now. If I know that what's that make you? You are supposed to be like millennials and stuff. So yeah, Amazon can deliver your pick. Yeah, I recommend if you're gonna get it off of Amazon, or this is anybody, if you're getting it Amazon, Newegg, wherever you get it at, make sure the day they tell you it's gonna be there, that you're gonna be home, and you're gonna have to be a window watcher. So, because what I think is going to happen is that I think a lot of people are going to order this thing, and then they're going to go to pick it up, or they're going to get an email saying that it's not available. Okay? I think that's what's going to happen. That's the same thing that happened with the 360. I don't want people like, happened with the 360. They were 6 months behind on the 360. So... So yeah, but guys, if that is it, I'm about to get on out of here. Well, again, guys, I appreciate it, and thanks for coming by early Saturday morning and hanging out with an old man. Shout out to everybody with the donations. That we got Uncompetitive came in. He is the champion today, and so he controlled the Booty Warrior. It was a fight a little bit for a little while, but he definitely won the Booty Warrior's attention today. And but I appreciate you all coming. And yes, definitely rest in power, Chadwick Boseman. I hope you are having a peaceful journey, and I certainly hope you weren't in any pain when you left us. All right, guys, that is it. Shout out to everybody that was here. Shout out to the hey guys, I'm getting my store together. Let me know about that in the comment section. The members have had a look at the pillow and the cup. So let me know. I'll be adding some more stuff to it over the next 2 weeks, and we're gonna be a bounce on out of here, man. Shout out again to all you guys. Without you guys, this podcast would not be happening. And like I said, we're very close to 1,400 subs, and so if we hit that, I'll have a special announcement and probably do a giveaway. Give away some PSN or something like that, guys. So you all take it easy. You all stay blessed. And we out of here.